Welcome back, everyone. If you are a small business owner who would love to be on podcasts, you know that getting in front of new networks, having great conversations, sharing your expertise is a way that you can grow your audience. Stay tuned because I have one of my favorite softwares I've been using for the last couple of months, and I want to share it with you. And if you are new here, my name is Bridget Eileen Cisco. I am the co-founder of Visibility on Purpose. Our company teaches you as a small business owner, a founder, you might have a product brand, you might be a personal brand, how to get and secure media opportunities, podcast being one of them, and podcast being like the most fun way to share a message. Let's jump into the app I am loving right now. Okay, welcome friends to Podseeker. If you go online, type in Podseeker on Google, this is going to come up. Although, check out the link in the description of this video. We do have a link that goes directly to them. If you sign up using that link, we will likely get a small percentage in commission. So I just like to say that and be transparent. So how do we use Podseeker? So one of the ways that I love to use Podseeker, one of my favorite parts about Podseeker is this right here, the little email function right here, my friends. We love this. If you are someone who pitches to shows quite often, you know that that is like the most challenging thing. So here's what I do. I type in things like keywords. So I'm going to type in something like marketing. It's a pretty big topic, but it's going to come up with some shows that like might not be active. They might be really big. And maybe I need just US-based shows. So if you actually look here on the left, I always click off these two because I want their email and I want the guest. Gender does not matter to me, but maybe if you have like a women-only business or you work with just men, you would click those things off. This is important because you want the podcast to be recent, aka they release episodes recently. This is important. You don't really want it to be more than 12 months, right? Because that means that they're on hiatus and aren't really active. Listeners, you could go big for the big shows, 10,000. You could go for 100, whatever works for you. And if you need the show to be, US based, this is going to be important. Or if you need it to be in the UK, whatever it is, ratings, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to hit apply filters. And I'm going to narrow this down a little bit. Apply. So right here, I'm able to get a couple of great shows. I even see some stats on them, which I love. I can see their audience right here. And I'd go through these. I do a little bit of research because, you got to research. But let's go here right about now with Ryan Alford. So if I liked this show, here's what I might do. On Podseeker, you can actually create lists. So let's say, I'm going to call this Podseeker tutorial list 2024. And I'm going to hit add to that list. Now, Podseeker does things like, well, program it to a certain list, which is really nice. It adds it right there. It also is going to show you some of the most recent episodes. I think it's like 4 or 5 that it shows you. So we can see what they're talking about. We can also see like who is the host of the show, who are the guests of the show, any tags. I always think that's interesting. The show notes, and I can listen to it right here. So I don't even need to leave the platform. Now, what this also gives you is little pitches, although I would not necessarily recommend using these. I find that they are not very good. In my personal opinion, at Visibility and Purpose, we teach you how to position your brand to actually write an email that's going to land in someone's inbox and they're going to want to open it. So, you can test them, you can play around. We have ratings right here, so you can see how well rated the show is, which I think is fantastic. But all in all, this gives you everything you need to know. Literally everything. If I need to go to YouTube, if I need to go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything I need to know. And there's even an email. So we are Team Podseeker right now, loving using this product. Have you used it? Let us know. If you are loving little simple tutorial videos like this, please like and subscribe, comment below so I know that you love this kind of content and I will continue to make more for you. We'll be back soon.